Welcome back to Cossy Arsenal Podcast. My name is Cossy. Welcome back to a brand new video. This is your latest Arsenal news and transfer news. David Raya is doing his medicals at Arsenal today. That is confirmed. Charlie Patino has agreed a deal to Swansea and medicals have also been done. We're going to be talking about Nicolas Pepe, who is actually on the verge of joining Besiktas. Monaco and West Ham are now leading the race to sign Florian Balogun. Monaco are going to bid again for the player. Around 45 to 48 million pounds is what Arsenal are expecting in that new offer. And West Ham are also going to bid again for Florian Balogun. We're going to be talking about a few of the other transfers around the club as well. Football is back and the transfers are as well running. Hit the like button, subscribe to the podcast as well. Let me know in the comment box below. How do you feel about David Raya signing on a loan deal? Because we're going to be explaining that. So initially, we thought he was going to be signing on a direct deal, but it looks like Arsenal have structured this deal in a way that he will sign initially on loan, and if he does well, then Arsenal will pay £27 million to Brentford. Is that a good deal? Does that mean that Arsenal are not really sure about David Raya? We're going to be diving into that. Let's get this video to 500 likes. Now, let's start off with the David Raya medical. Everything is ongoing as planned. There are no changes when it comes to David Raya. He's doing his medicals today at Arsenal. I can confirm that. He's signing his contract today at Arsenal as well. I can also confirm that. And there are higher chances, about 60.101%, that he will be in the matchday squad that plays against Nottingham Forest. Now, why I'm saying nothing is changing, because yesterday in the evening, we did receive different kind of information, a different set of information regarding the structure of the deal. One thing I'm going to confirm is that the structure of the deal has nothing to do with whatever is going on with the player. So the player is literally an Arsenal player. Contracts are agreed. Everything's being exchanged as we speak. Medicals are being done, and pen will be put to paper as soon as David Raya completes his medical. Now, according to David on Stein yesterday, he did break a very huge story that no one in the space had actually broken. Arsenal did agree a £30 million deal for David Raya. That is true. However, the structure of this deal has been a little bit probably mind-blowing. So initially, Arsenal will pay $3 million for David Raya, right? We will pay $3 million for David Raya to join us on loan this summer. So initially, he's joining Arsenal on a loan deal. Then Arsenal will pay $27 million in the summer of 2024. That is next summer. Arsenal will pay $27 million to activate, the buy option. So Arsenal do have a buy option which will be activated in 2024. However, one thing to be very, very important here and to be keen on is that Arsenal and Brentford have agreed. Should David Raya play a certain number of games, I'm not really sure how many games those are, but should David Raya play a certain number of games, then that means that the buy option will be automatically activated. So, for instance, if David Raya plays maybe 15 games for Arsenal this campaign, the buy option will be automatically activated, and that means that Arsenal will have already signed David Raya. In the summer, we will just send the money to Brentford. I hope you really understand. So why have Arsenal done this? According to Fabrizio Romano, Arsenal have just done this to be on the safe side of FFP. Of course, we have not sold enough, and the assets we have at the side do not actually guarantee us some very good money. So what Arsenal have done is we have spent almost 200 million on Kai Havertz, Timber, and Rice. Therefore, we want to be cautious about financial fair play. So what Arsenal have done here is they've gone and signed David Raya on loan for 3 million this year, right? So this year it will only be 3 million that adds to the expenses of Arsenal's books. And then next year, we can go again and sign other players after making more money from the season, and we will start off with David Raya. It's a very good deal, by the way. It's a very, very good one. But then also, it is one of those deals that just give Arsenal enough time to look at a player and decide whether to activate the buy option or not to activate. So you might be asking yourself a question. Why are Brentford agreeing to this if the player has 1 year on his contract? I've been told, and I can also confirm with Fabrizio Romano, that David Raya will sign a new deal at Brentford before leaving to join Arsenal. I hope you really understand. So he's going to sign a new deal at Brentford. That means that he's a Brentford player. Therefore, then he switches over to Arsenal in that 3 million loan deal. And when he plays a certain number of games, the buy option will be activated and we'll pay the 27 million and he will become an Arsenal player. I'm not really very good at accounting, but one thing I understand that has been very, very genius of Arsenal. Let's get into the rest of the content. Let's start off with Charlie Patino. Yesterday, I did confirm that it was a here we go for Charlie Patino to join Swansea on loan. Now, I can also confirm that the player has done his medicals and passed them. Charlie Patino will be there until 2024 and his contract runs down in 2025. I really hope Arsenal have a 1 year option to extend his deal because he's such a very good lad. And if Arsenal really wanted to get some good money out of Patino, between 10 and above million is what I would be expecting. But Patino goes to Swansea. It looks like Mikel Arteta has convinced him to stay with the side at least until further notice. Okay, Arsenal made an important offer for Ansu Fati, and that important offer has been rejected, according to sources in Spain. Now, we understand that Mikel Arteta is a big fan of Ansu Fati. It could be the Spanish connection. By the way, the Spanish connection, we are not signing so many Spain players, like Spanish players. I don't understand why. Apart from David Raya, do we have any other Spanish player in the side? But look, he understands Ansu Fati. He really, really looks at him as one of those players that are really very gifted. I love Fati. I understand him. I love his game. I really do understand his game. And under Xavi, he struggled a little bit. But with Ousmane Dembele out of Barca, I don't see Barca really letting go of one of their best talents. The problem with Ansu Fati is injuries and inconsistency. It's one of the reasons why I think Arsenal need to stay away from this deal. One, it is not a deal that will come cheap. He's not a £50 million signing. This guy is looked at as, at one point in time, he was looked at as Messi, and he puts on the shot number 10 at Barca. That is a statement. So if Barca are going to let him go, it's going to be upwards of 70 million, upwards of 80 million. I don't think Arsenal need that fiasco, but I understand where Mikel Arteta is going with all this. He's trying to sign a player up top that can guarantee you goals. I think Ansu Fati was made in that kind of in that kind of mold. He's got the ability to score 25, 30 goals a campaign, even when he's not your number 9. But it looks like Arsenal and their attempts to go for Ansu Fati have been dealt a big blow. Pepe is very close to joining Besiktas this summer. Personal terms were agreed, like I reported, but it looks like Besiktas are closing in. They're trying to tell Arsenal, can you give us the player without us paying any little money? I think what Arsenal are trying to do here is that we're trying to do the easier deals first. Marquinhos to Nantes, done deal. Patino to Swansea, done deal. We're trying to get the easy deals out of the way, and then we will deal with the Nicolas Pepe deal later. I kind of feel like Arsenal are really being hard on him. You're not going to use him anymore. If you're not going to really sell him, then just terminate his contract if that's what's going to happen in the end. If Arsenal really want to get some good money out of Pepe, why don't we just do our marketing? Why don't we just go maybe Saudi Arabia, go to door to door? I mean, I just love door to door marketing. When I look into your face, you can't refuse, okay? So what I'm trying to say here is that Nicolas Pepe should be let go by Arsenal. It's a traumatizing experience. It's been a very, very bad traumatizing experience. He should be left to go. But anyway, Besiktas look like the final destination of my boy Nicolas Pepe. And Monaco are closing in on Florian Balogun. My boy is going to be going there, but West Ham are also expected to make an important bid for Florian Balogun. That is where Arsenal are still there, oscillating between Inter Milan, Monaco, West Ham. We want the best offer. We are saying winner takes it all. So we are trying to create a bidding war. We are not very good in terms of sales. So a bidding war, our bidding war will not be as good as Ajax's bidding war for Martinez, the one they created for Martinez, but in the end, Monaco and West Ham are now the two clubs leading the rest, with Monaco having a €40 million deal rejected, and they're still coming back. Inter Milan are going, whoa, We cannot even afford 35 million, and you guys have just turned down 40 million, and the club that has had 40 million euros rejected is coming back. What are we doing? West Ham do have the money, of course. If they sell Lucas Paqueta, I expect them at Arsenal on Monday to sign Florian Balogun. Otherwise, we'll have problems. Now, I'm going to be launching my predictions, my betting predictions WhatsApp group. It's going to be a monthly subscription. You have to pay monthly, of course. And I'm going to be launching it soon, so make sure you stay tuned for that one. I'll see you right in the next one.